Hello and welcome to episode 19, the Try Hard Entertainment Podcast, where we welcome back after a month of being gone, Nathan.
Yeah, at least a month.
I took vacation.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Out there fighting a good fight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have been.
Yeah.
We'll let the roasting begin.
I'll let it go.
Yes.
I'm happy he's back. I don't want him to leave again.
Yeah. Tread lightly.
Yeah, I don't want him to leave again.
I will.
I was sad.
It'll be August before I show up again.
Take another month off.
Like the one that ran through Jada Pinkett?
Ha!
Oh.
With Will's permission.
Apparently.
I heard that they no longer have a romantic relationship, so they are essentially like an open, or it is like an open marriage.
I've heard that
That's
too.
what I heard. Will and,
I've
and
heard
Jada.
that too.
And I was like, well, this is my chance to get Jada.
Back in the running.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that much about it.
I saw something on Twitter, and then I just went down like a rabbit hole on Google.
It does that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Careful how you do that.
I had to find out. I was like, because I saw a TMZ report that said they've been very open or very candid about their open relationship or whatever. And I was like, what? I've heard nothing about that.
She didn't call me or anything.
Exactly. That one time I paper airplaned my number to her.
And it hit her in the head.
I don't think it made it to LA.
Yeah.
That's a hell of an airplane. Paper plane for dead.
Yeah. I tried though.
I told her my number when I was watching the video of her one time. I don't think she heard me, but she still should have called.
Just gotta yell.
Yeah, she still should have called.
Yeah, she should have.
Watch, next episode of Kryptonians Who Laugh, Dion's going to have Jada doing an intro for him.
Let's talk about this Red Man thing.
Well, being that films right after this show, doubtful. Highly doubtful. Yeah, I'll be keeping Red Man for a while. That was dope, wasn't it?
That was cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. It's an app called Cameo that you can get. You can get cameos from celebrities.
I've heard about that.
And his was $150, but I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it."
So they actually physically like do the thing.
Did you not see it?
Did you not watch it?
No, like I've seen the cameos that you're talking about. But
No,
I'm saying,
did
like,
you not watch Red Man's?
The one that I did, where they're custom for you. He talks about whatever you want him to talk
You didn't
about.
see the one that Dion posted?
No, I've seen them. That's what I'm saying. So they the person themselves physically record it.
I feel like you keep saying you've seen it, but
It doesn't seem like you've seen it.
because if you've seen it, these questions
Yeah,
will be answered. But yes, he's talking to me.
I'm saying because of the way technology is, you could bullshit your way through that these days and make it seem like the person's doing it when they're not. That's why I'm asking, like, is he legitimately, like, those people legitimately doing it specifically for Kryptonians Who Laugh?
Yep. He mentions their names.
Our show
He
names,
mentions
the
their
podcast.
their tags. Yeah,
He
the
calls me
podcast
out.
name.
He calls me out by name.
Mm-hmm.
He says we're probably assholes. That's fair. It's hilarious.
He's like sitting in front of a camera recording himself.
Yeah, that's
And
the way
he's-
all of them's been that they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're talking. There can't be anything fake about it. Like he literally says Dion's name.
Hey, you never seen deep fakes?
What are we doing here, John?
I don't know what deep face is.
That's why I was asking, like, if it was like legit.
Oh, no,
because
it's
the deep
legit,
fake
because-
videos,
no,
like, it seems
no.
real, but it's not.
Well, if it is a deep fake, it's the best one I've ever seen, and it was the quickest one I've ever seen because I requested it on Thursday. The episode was edited and ready to go for Friday, but I had to put an intro in it. So I was going to use Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare from last week, but like around 9 o'clock, I did it around 7, so around 9 o'clock he sent it back to me and it was ready. So it was the fastest deep fake if it was one. But It wasn't one. It was definitely him.
No, yeah, it was legit.
It was definitely him.
Now you just gotta get Method Man. You'll have both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess if that's what. I just thought that was the coolest one. 'Cause I've seen some ones he had done before. Because you can click their profile and you can see the ones they like how they do them, like what energy they put into it, like how deep they go into it, and all his ones have been hilarious. So I was like, I got to do it. I'm gonna do it. So I did it. It's worth it. Love it. Public service announcement. If you haven't checked out Kryptonians Who Laugh, you're an asshole. That's what he said. And he's right. You're an asshole. Facts.
Yeah, John.
Didn't even watch the...
You don't even watch our own podcast, Nathan.
I listen. I don't watch any podcast.
That's why you never see the edits that go into the videos.
I see them when they're pitched. Yeah.
When they're pitched?
Yeah, like in the group message. When Dion like threw that intro in there, I was like, yeah, that's cool. Go with that.
I'm not talking about that. I mean,
but then I don't ever see it.
So it could literally say, try hard
could.
podcast. Nathan's a dickhead.
Yeah,
and it'd be like, yeah, those are awesome. I love them. I love them. Those are the best. And factual.
That's exactly what would happen.
And the fact of the last episode of this podcast was a crossover, so.
That's right. We're marveling this bitch.
Now, if only you would have been here, we could have actually had everybody from both
like a
podcasts.
full crossover.
Full crossover. Yep.
But I don't know. I mean, two white guys, bearded, glasses, curly, wavy hair. It's going to get confusing.
It is. You're not going to know who's talking or who's who. And where would everybody sit? Would it be like right here? Like where would...
Yeah, then somebody would have to be in somebody's lap.
I mean...
No question about it.
Y'all can sit on Pappy's lappy.
Well, I'll pass.
It's smooth, like a Western saddle.
So many questions.
Right here on Pappy's lappy.
Oh, my God.
Matter of fact, I got two. Two lappies.
One for Nathan, one for Eugene.
Yeah, two lappies.
One for me and one for Jeremy.
I won't make it weird. I'll waste it. I won't go lower than waist. I mean, unless you're comfortable with that, we'll fill it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
we'll iron out the details
Yeah.
later. Figure out the logistics.
Yeah. That's all it is, logistics. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
But, golly. But, Dion, how you been?
Sore. I finally stopped talking about it and went back to the gym. I went back to the gym Thursday, and I've been paying for it ever since.
You know who probably hasn't?
Who?
Nathan.
What, been to the gym?
Yeah.
I've only been to a gym like twice in my life.
You were the one talking. You and him both were talking about going back to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
But we also talked about how that scenario would end up, and we were right.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Yeah. So
I have been running a little bit. I bought a jump rope. I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna dunk. That's my goal. I like naturally have like pretty good hops, but I can't quite get up there. But I figure shed some lbs, do some man, what's that? I don't know. It's a certain type of like workout stuff that gets you like explosiveness.
CrossFit?
No, it's like
Cardio?
it's like calisthenics. It's got some weird name like that. But yeah, I want to get into that.
You should do CrossFit.
It's a lot of upper body stuff.
Not a fan of throwing up while you work out?
Nope.
Okay. Not for everybody. Not for everybody.
I got this nifty watch that's gonna help me track my running.
Yeah, I got one of those too. It's mainly for time.
Mine's not. I still pull my phone out all the time.
That's true too.
What time is it? Okay.
And I'll hold it with the watch hand.
You got to put it back in your pocket. And say, oh yeah, I got this thing.
I'll look at that and then look at the other one like, yep, they're the same. Yep.
Just making sure it's synced up.
Yep. Nailed it.
We're golden.
But yeah, just been sore, recovering. I'm going back tomorrow. Oh, for context, I went on Thursday. It's now Sunday. So
You got to work out when you're sore.
no, I can't.
God.
I can't. Like I'm having trouble extending my arms all the way. Like it's
Perfect.
It's that good lactic acid is in there, and it's stopping Daddy's motion. But it was a good workout. I took my son with me, so he worked out for the first time. He's mobile, but he's sore. But he's going back with me tomorrow. We're going back on Monday, and we're gonna hit it hard and hit it deep, and we're gonna work out too. So that'll be fun.
Is your son like 6?
No, Isaiah is 13.
You have 2 sons?
Yes.
I thought you had like daughters, and then Dion was your son. Like you,
Those facts are true.
like
yes.
like you finally hit that son.
Yeah, no. Those facts are true.
Oh,
but I have an oldest boy, and he is 13. I have a 13-year-old boy. So, boy, girl, boy. I feel like we've had this conversation, but
Wait, go down the list again.
boy, girl, boy.
Okay.
So I have a boy sandwich. Is it a girl sandwich or a boy sandwich? No, it's a girl sandwich because
The boys are on the bread.
whatever's inside is the.
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about them squishing each other. I don't know. I don't know. But
Yep.
but that's my kid sandwich. So it's 13, 9, 7, and 4. Going on 5.
I was holding one of the twins in the pool yesterday over at my dad's over there for the 4th of July cookout. And there's like a country song or something playing, or maybe it's like a rock, I don't know. But anyway, and I'm sitting there like holding her and I'm dancing with her. And then a part of the song comes up talking about like making love. And I was like,
I thought I was the only one that felt weird about that. Nope. Having your daughters hear the word sex or doing anything love making or it
was talking about like the song was talking about like how beautiful the woman was, or what. So I'm just sitting there like I'm singing it to my daughter, and then it got to the part where it's talking about sex, and I was like, I really ruined this.
Turn this shit off.
Next song.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one that felt weird about that. Like you like good songs too, songs you like, and you're listening to them now as a dad, and you're like, I don't want them to know anything about any of this. No one shall penetrate my daughter.
They're not going to know what happens from the windows to the wall.
Exactly. Not a goddamn thing about getting low. Better not get low.
Pop, lock, and stop it, if you know what I'm saying.
He died.
Who is he?
The guy that wrote that, the Huey, the guy who sung that song, Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Oh.
He was killed.
I didn't even... Oh. I didn't even know his name.
Yeah, Huey.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Yeah, but he died.
So he was killed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What killed him?
The gun?
A bullet wound?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't know that he was...
The death killed him?
I didn't know that he was shot.
Yep, that happened last week.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
You've been under a rock, right?
You don't know a damn thing about Huey. Did you know Huey died? What about the news? Huey in the news?
Good Lord.
But
newspapers have died. Anyway.
Newspapers are still around.
They're dead.
But yeah, I'm with you. I don't want them knowing anything about any of that. The stuff I listen to, I don't want them anywhere near it. Now that I have daughters. My son I don't give a shit about, but I listen to trap music with him all the time.
That's right.
Yeah, so we got to know what it is. But my daughters, they will not. They're innocent little flowers. They will stay innocent little flowers from this perverted world. I know it's a double standard, but I will protect them at all costs. I do not care.
Well, your son is pretty much just like be careful, protect.
Well,
here, take one of these with you.
Yeah. Isaiah,
don't be stupid.
We went to a cookout yesterday, and it was some teenage girls over there, so he was all about that. I'd never seen him not socialize with the boys as much, like play around and run in the woods and run around with Nerf guns. But it was teenage girls there. That's where he was for the entire time.
Times are changing.
They are.
His interests are peaking.
He was showing off. I saw it. I saw it.
Look at his backflip.
Yeah, swag was on 1,000 yesterday. I saw it. I think I didn't see it. I saw it. But he's growing into a man. My youngest son's a terrorist, and I'll say that forever. He needs to be locked up. Like, I don't know why. I've said that on podcasts. I don't know how many times. The government has yet to come to my door. He's a terrorist. He's a threat to the safety of the United States. Y'all need to come get him, but nobody comes to get him. You just let him continue to be terrorists. You won't. You're not gonna be happy until he blows up one of your buildings.
Homeland Security is a joke.
I know. I warned you. He's 4, but he's capable.
Was he the one that was driving that little car that you got him or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the one you hear on the gaming streams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
You'll hear Dion. It's like, this should be illegal. This is harassment.
Yeah. Yeah. Last night he was like, uh-oh. He was like, run. He was watching y'all play. He was like, run. God, I was dead already. But he was like, uh-oh, what happened? He said, run. That's the Batman. The Batman, run. Go. Oh. When y'all died, he was like, oh. Like he's all into it. When I play Dead by Daylight, he's right there. He's all about it. He's a good kid. He needs to be locked up, but he's a good kid.
Yeah. Other than
that, I haven't really.
thing.
Yeah, other than the terrorist thing. If you can look past the terrorist thing, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what all of them. I mean, take the terrorism away from those people. I mean, they're probably good people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, whatevs.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Great people.
But other than that, I haven't been doing anything. That was a long Dion intro, but let's move it over to Nathan.
I thought mine was first.
Was it?
No.
Oh, we just talked about the fact that I haven't been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I go now?
Yeah.
This is my time.
The light's
Get back
on
in
you.
the frame. I've been busy, and I've been much more cautious, except for right now, about this the COVID-19 situation. I've been wearing masks, except for right now, and been keeping my daughters away from anything, except for yesterday when we went to my dad's house. Been working a lot.
No, it's too hot to wear the mask at work, though.
Oh yeah, I'm not wearing a mask at work. There's no way I would suffocate and die. Yeah, but we've been doing overtime, and this week, to avoid being off Friday for the holiday and then having to work Saturday, we just did 4/10s Monday to Thursday. So then essentially the holiday is like our overtime, which is great. I love the fact that the company does that.
You'd get 48 hours because of holiday pay for the Friday.
Yeah. And to my knowledge, I thought in most situations companies would be like, no, you're just going to get straight pay because this is a holiday.
That's what we got. Work the 4 days, 8-hour shifts, and then the holiday pay will pay for our Friday, so we're not losing those 8 hours.
Yeah, but apparently Jemison, if you work 40 and then have a holiday come up, then you're going to get 8 hours of overtime. But I felt like it was a normal thing for companies to be like, no, that's all straight time. The overtime is only hours worked past 40. But Jemison doesn't do that. So I'll get 48 hours, and 8 of it will be overtime, even though I only worked 40.
I'll just get
what's
40.
Jemison?
The company we work for.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll just get considered 40 hours because of the holiday pay.
Yeah. And also, if you take vacation, because we're doing, in fabrication, we're doing 6-day weeks. So if you were to take one vacation day, but then work the Saturday, you only worked 40 hours, but you're still going to get 8 hours overtime because you had 48 on your timesheet, including your vacation. And I was blown away when I found out they did that. I was like, man, I feel like no company does this.
So you can take the vacation day, work the day, and get credit for both?
No, like we're working 6 days. So if we do 6 8s, that's a 48-hour week. So you got 8 hours overtime. If you were to take a vacation day or a personal day or whatever, just on like a Wednesday, but then work the other days. So you've worked 40, but your timesheet says 48 because you did 8 hours of vacation time or personal day or whatever.
Oh, you mean you worked that seventh day, but you took it off
with a 6th day
earlier in the week.
Yeah. So even though, because most companies would be like, well, you didn't work past 40. The 8 hours past 40 is vacation, so it's all going to be straight time. But Jemison doesn't do that. Jemison does whatever is past 40. If it's vacation, whatever it is, it'll all be overtime.
What the hell do y'all do?
Work with metal.
Metal fabrication.
So John takes like metal that's in coil, like it's all rolled up in a giant coil, and like unrolls it. He runs a machine that unrolls it, cuts it to length, whatever length he sets it at, and then stacks it on a pallet.
Which the machine is literally called a cut to length machine.
Yeah.
Like if you're an operator of the machine, you're a CTL operator.
And then what the department I work in, we have lasers and press brakes and stuff, so we cut the metal into parts that we need, and then we'll form it on the press brake. So yeah.
I feel like y'all work for the Mexican cartel.
I hope so. I hope it works out better for me than
I feel like we'd get paid better if we worked for the cartel.
You get paid white man's pay.
That's awful.
Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. Yeah, it's injustice. Speaking of injustice, what have you been doing with that, Nathan?
I guess everything that I can do. I lost my first friendship.
Did you?
Over my stance on this stuff.
Did you?
Yep.
I lost one too.
Yep. The guy is a buddy I had in Roanoke. And basically the conversation was, I was actually kind of like floored by it. But it was something about, man, I wish I could remember the con. This is a horrible time to be forgetting how it went while the pressure's on and we're recording. Filibuster. But I'm trying to remember like what started the whole thing. But I basically said like, this is just a result of what happens when you constantly ignore somebody.
Is it the guy that I commented on too?
No.
Okay.
This is on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And so I posted a picture, and then he commented, and he said, "Do you want to explain this?" or something like that. So then I said something along the lines of like, it's I was like, while I wish we could resolve this stuff with peaceful protesting, that's been tried, and it doesn't work because we don't listen. Mm-hmm. So the rioting, the violence, like the destruction of property, like that's what happens when you constantly ignore somebody. Like stuff gets bad, you have to start listening. So like, but I was like, I prefer peaceful protesting. And when Kaepernick was doing that and all that, I was with it, like cool. But then nobody listened. And so I told him, I said, so basically I don't want it to be this way, but I understand why it is this way. And then he said, this is where I draw a line in the sand. Whatever you and me were, it's done.
He broke up with you.
Yeah. And he was like, and he said something like, this friendship can't go, like, will not go any further than this point or something like that. And I was like, all right, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
You had a breakup. Okay, buddy.
But I was like, to be honest, like it was a bummer. I've never been losing friendships has always been hard, but I don't know if he misunderstood me or what, or if he's just like a straight up racist.
But I don't think it would.
That doesn't want to hear like any of this stuff. But if that's the case, then good riddance. Like I don't care.
But I don't think you've had it happen that way before, though, have you?
What's that? What do you mean?
The way he went about saying whatever we were or we're no more.
Oh no,
that sounds like a breakup, like a legit. Yeah. Like y'all legit broke up.
I mean, he drew his line in the sand.
Whereas other times we're like, man, fuck you, and then you never hear from the person again.
Yeah, it just kind of like fades to black. But
and then it doesn't.
Yeah, he just, he let me know for sure. He's like, just so there's, no hang up and we're not really sure what the relationship is, I'm just going to let you have it.
He painted that picture for you.
I'm not going to be trying to come over for like late night hookups or anything. Like, this is it. And I was like, no, but seriously, like it was a bummer because I considered him like, one of my good friends. But again,
did you know him, or did you just meet him on the socials?
No, I knew him. Like we'd go out for drinks from time to time, dinner.
Probably back when you lived in Roanoke, wasn't it?
Well, that's what's obviously like how I met him. But then when I moved back, we would still. It's me, him, and a couple other guys that I worked with out there. We would from time to time we'd set it up, and we'd just go meet somewhere. So
is he of the stance when you said the Kaepernick thing? Is he of the stance that Kaepernick disrespected the military? Because that's not what happened, and people refuse to listen to that.
So just kind of knowing the type of person that he is, that would be my assumption. But I don't know. We've never talked about it.
Was he in the military?
I think he was, yeah.
Okay, because those guys are the worst. If you've never been in the military, but you're talking about disrespect, like you disrespect the military, but you've never been in the military, they're still disrespectful to the military.
Or I think he tried getting into the military.
That doesn't count.
When he was younger.
That doesn't count.
I'm trying to remember because I feel like he's talked about it before. But anyway, I don't know.
That doesn't count.
So, but I don't know if maybe he thought that I was over there saying, like, yeah, just fuck everything up, burn it all down, and whatever, and which actually like I did make that comment one time on Facebook,
but.
I just said burn it down.
But to have the conversation, isn't it amazing how you can literally say one thing out of your mouth and they hear something different?
Yeah, and I thought I made it pretty clear. Like, but I'm also not gonna like condemn the riots or anything because again, I understand like why they're taking place and why we are in the situation that we're in now. But obviously, like. In a perfect world, I'd prefer for it to be resolved peacefully, but that's just not going to happen. People don't listen unless you make them listen. So,
that's right.
And you can only make them listen when you hit them where it hurts, and that's their wallet.
You've been fighting a good fight. That's why I haven't been as mad at you as I should have been.
I can take all the time off I want.
Yeah. I want to.
Don't abuse it.
I want to curse Nathan out for not being here and not showing up, but I'm like, damn it, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
I gotta take it.
That's why I do it right there.
Just to butter you up.
Mm-hmm. Just to make sure I'm good. But I've had arguments with like family members. I've argued with my mom.
You've argued with your mom on social media, haven't
like
you?
Several times. She's told me to like shut the hell up, and she said "fuck you" to me on Facebook.
Did she tell you, Nathan, you shouldn't be saying that, especially like on social media or something like that one time?
Probably.
Or
She posted some kind of like far right crap, and then I said something, and then she was basically telling me to like not post on her stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck do you think this platform is for?
And then
if you don't want people to like
to comment,
yeah, and I don't think I come about it in like an abrasive way. Like I try to have discussions. But I'm always, not always, but for the most part,
people don't
when
like
somebody
facts.
is like really far left or right, it's just met with like fire.
Yeah, that facts aren't a big part of their discussion.
It's just agree with me 100% or don't open your mouth.
Yeah,
it's like, well, sorry, because I'm neither like left or right. I like to think I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
where I like to think it's the group called Common Sense.
Yeah,
that's right there in the middle.
I like those guys.
Yeah. But I've got like, I think most of my liberal friends just think I'm liberal. I feel like everybody thinks I'm liberal, which maybe goes to show how twisted the right is. But anyway, yeah, I've got like, obviously my family is like mostly conservative or, white Christians. I guess that's just the territory. But,
but it's okay to agree with another side. It's okay to agree with a point. It's okay to have a conversation and be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You can be a little of both. There's nothing wrong with that.
And like, I've even seen you argue with your cousin on Facebook.
Oh, he'll argue with anybody. I've seen it.
Because like I've seen you and Mike argue back and forth to the point where you were basically saying like,
Who, Coleman?
Wait, no,
something.
you're talking. No, Kenny, Mike's little brother, is the one that I argue with. I don't argue with Mike on Facebook. I
saw you argue with Mike, and you told him basically like, know your facts or don't say nothing at all. Type.
Oh no, yeah. That happened one time.
He's like, y'all.
That was a while ago. But no, because he was saying. He said like something stupid about it's not Black Lives Matter, nor is it All Lives Matter. It's American Lives Matter. And I was like,
you just thought of that as you said. You typed it, didn't you? Because you didn't think about that at all. You just.
To which like I really wanted to be like, well, what about the Chinese?
Yeah, what about other countries? Because you just eliminated all lives by saying it's not all lives, it's all American lives.
One of my favorite things I was seeing yesterday was people saying like, Happy 4th of July, but don't forget, all countries matter. It's like, doesn't matter the reason you're celebrating this particular one, all of them matter. Let's not forget that.
That's funny though.
And I saw it like funny. 3 different times, and it was like worded different ways. Like people just had the same thought, and I was like, yeah, it's good.
That's good stuff. Yeah, that's funny. But it's okay to have different opinions. It's okay to disagree. You don't have to agree, but that doesn't mean that I have to hate you because you don't agree with what I say. Yeah, like, I don't understand that. Like people can't have conversations. It's just not. We can't talk.
So like going back to the situation with my buddy, or former buddy, I guess.
Your ex buddy,
my ex buddy. Like if he is just a flat out racist, then like I don't. That's whatever. But I honestly feel like he just misunderstood me. Like he just didn't take the time to listen and comprehend. Like what I was actually saying. But no, like if you're just like a flat out racist, then just go fuck yourself. I don't have nothing to do with you.
I mean, it is what it is. I still love you, even if you're a racist.
Oh.
Should probably let me finish what I was saying before you hopped on that train.
I think at this point people feel like I just hate white people. So
I can
white
see
people.
That. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Man, we think our episodes go long now. We could sit and talk about this for a hot minute.
Yeah.
While John just like tries to find stuff on his phone to distract. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
So what's been going on?
He's just setting up the next topic.
Yeah. What's going on with you, John?
Pretty much been working.
What are we, like 30 minutes in and we're still doing intros?
Well, that's also because of get on the whole big topic that's going on in the world right now too. But working, playing a lot of Dead by Daylight.
Yes, you have.
I've noticed that.
Yes, you
Stream.
have.
Oh wait,
it's a lot of DVD. Huh?
What, on Twitch?
Yeah, like I get the notifications when you're live and stuff.
Yeah, they pop up on my phone all the time. Like whenever John's streaming.
Been streaming and just making videos for YouTube.
Okay, good talk. Cool, awesome. Good
I mean, I've just been busy with all that stuff. So, I mean,
me and Dion have like 10 to 15 minutes each, and John's just like, "This is my life, 30 seconds."
So, I mean, you've had a lot more going on, like outside of doing content work. So,
but I mean, this pretty much every night we're playing Dead by Daylight. I think we missed like one night. It's so much fun, and it's the game, but it's more of like our reactions and commentary, and it's so much fun.
And when somebody that's supposed to be your teammate screws you over or blocks you so you can't get through a window or a door.
Dion did that?
No.
Jeremy did that to me.
No, John did that to me last night.
That quick and quiet, man. You gotta get that quick and quiet.
We were walking.
Did you like mess up a generator? And John said, "No, you're paying for this."
No, I was walking. The killer was coming. We heard the heartbeat, so I'm walking to the locker. It's like it's no doubt that I'm going to this locker. All of a sudden, this son of a bitch runs right by me, jumps right in the locker, and I'm standing there like. And so I'm like, "What the?"
Every man for himself.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I mean, nothing came of it, but it was hilarious.
Well,
Oh,
had
you
I
survived?
Yeah,
It would have been so much better if you were put on.
If
a
I
hook.
had died,
Yeah.
he's done that before too. Like I've been killed because John. Well, John doesn't care. If it's you or John, it's gonna be you.
So I honestly feel
no,
like
no. Stop. Hold on.
I'll let John retort.
I have went back and ended up being sacrificed for the rest of the team to get out. When I was standing at the exit to leave.
I have also been pushed out of the way and you jumped into a locker.
But the killer never came because I made no noise because I haven't.
No. That was that one time last night. John has gotten me killed before. John.
Jeremy kept getting the killer on me last night.
I feel like
Because he would come running towards me, and then the killer would come after me and stop chasing him. I'm like, Jeremy, what are you doing?
I feel like when we've played Division 2, John's done similar things. Like maybe we'll be in like a crazy firefight, and next thing you know, John's like 4 blocks down the street.
Yeah.
And it's like, and like we're all dead, and we're like, John, pick us up, and he's like, I'm not there. You were.
Yes. John's a runner. John will.
John's just like, fuck this. I got to keep me up.
Hey,
I don't get XP if I'm down, baby.
Exactly.
Hey, we've made it out, and we've made it through those world tiers because of me too. Especially when those glitches happen.
Yes, when you stay in that vicinity, it works out.
No, y'all wondered why y'all were having such a hard time. It's like I went through those tiers, like those levels that we were going through by myself, though.
I also think there's been times that like you've like jumped behind cover, and like it's my cover, and then now I don't have cover.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I feel like this has happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, John.
I'm the one who takes risks to be able to move forward.
But
John's like, I'm flanking.
But I did get him back last night, and it felt so good. I was already in a locker, and he was coming to get in a locker. And if you try to open it, your character will peek out, like, get the fuck out of here.
Like,
close it back. And that happened last night, and it felt so good. I felt so good about it. I didn't feel bad about it at all. And I think that something happened, and I think John was the only survivor or something like that. I was like, I hope you die. And then he died. But it's so much fun. Like, we just roast each other and just give each other shit for hours at a time. I
had a few hatch escapes too when I was the only one left.
You survived the most last night. I will say that. I survived my first time with Freddy, so I was excited about that.
See, now if I was selfish, one of the times that I went back to help y'all try to get out, which caused me to die because I was waiting at the door.
Who is y'all? Because it's normally not me.
I think Eugene was already dead, or was going back to help Jeremy. Yeah, because you were standing there, like right near me, and I was like right there. We were waiting for the killer to try to move out the way because we were going to get Jeremy and get out.
How many of these people have this game on PlayStation? Because
No, it's on Xbox.
I know what I'm saying. How many? Nobody has it on PlayStation?
I have it on PlayStation too.
I have it.
We're waiting on you. We have
this
it.
Is getting me excited. Yeah. It makes me want to play.
We have it.
I went in 99% the door to get it open, and then I came back to try to help you get Jeremy off the hook because he's just hanging there like, help.
That doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't go back for Jeremy.
Well, you were standing there on the other side of the rock, and all of a sudden the killer started coming after me, and then it was like you ran, got Jeremy, took off out the door, and I died.
Oh, yeah, that was the same game when you took my locker. I didn't feel bad about that.
When I would have survived had I just opened the door.
I didn't feel bad about that.
But then it would have
you deserved all of that.
Then it would have screwed the both of y'all trying to get out.
No, I would have got out. He wouldn't have got out.
You know what? I did it like you always say. I did it for the brand.
Did it for the brand. But to be fair to John, the killer 9 times out of 10 finds him first.
Every time he's like, start working on the generator.
Like, it'll be quiet. Everybody's working on the generator, and then you hear, "God damn it!" And then
you'll see me bolting across
because you see everybody's icon, and when you get hit, your little guy has like a little injured icon. He's like, "God damn it!" And you see the little guy go to injured, and then
you just hear John and see his guy light up.
Yeah, he's like, "God
like
damn it!"
Or you'll see me working on a gen, and all of a sudden I see the killer, and I take off running, and it's, "God damn it!" Why is it always me?
Him and Jeremy are very skittish. Like you'll hear a faint heartbeat, and then it'll get louder and faster as he gets closer to you. As soon as they hear the heartbeat, they take off. but
when it's close by.
But when you first hear it, he's like 36 meters away. He's far away. It'll take him a minute. So if all three of us are on a generator, just commit. Like we can just commit, finish the generator. But John will take off and hop in the closet in a second.
I was committing to the door when I got killed by Pyramid Head.
You'll be hanging, and you can see when people are close to you that can come rescue you. He'll be like there in a closet, and you're right here hanging, and he won't come out and get you because
it's too risky.
Yeah, the faintest of heartbeats. John is out of there. Him and Jeremy are out of there. But
I don't usually do it unless the heartbeat is sped up and a whole lot louder.
The lies. You've gotten better though. You've gotten better. I'll give you that. You have gotten better. Like last night, we were working on one. And I heard the heartbeat. I said, "John, commit. Don't you run on me. Commit, John. Commit." He's like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm here. And we finished it, and it's all good.
You missed the match before you got on last night because Eugene needed somebody to block the killer, so I had to run back and like literally use myself as a shield to try to keep him from being knocked. Yeah, because he would have been on death hook if he got hit again.
You have to get hit twice to get knocked down. So if you're fully healthy, you can take a hit for somebody to get away, and you'll still be good. So that's what he means by it.
Because I literally went running to the killer to try to like distract them, so he could get a chance to get away.
And death hook is the last time you get hooked 3 times. Third time you get hooked, you're dead.
Usually, plus I think too, unless it's you make it to struggle before somebody gets you off the hook, then the next time is just immediate
you're
death.
Dead. Yeah. So it's just fun, and it's more fun when you're playing with people, and you're like, John, what the fuck? And just it's worse because you're hanging on the hook, and I can see John. And he's just like he's like crouching, like you have time, like it's a time like your bar's going down, and John's just like crouching and creeping. You're like, come on, what are you doing? Get over here! And he's like, I'm coming.
Jeremy's worse about it.
Oh yeah, he's
like last time I'm sitting there, it's like there's no one around. Help me, Jeremy. He's right nearby.
I'm trying. I'm coming.
Come on! I was like. Either I almost died or I did die because he made it too late.
It's like, fun, Dave. I'm telling you, it's a good time.
I'm like, Jeremy, there's no one here. The killer's not over there with Eugene and Dion. Help me.
Yeah.
He's like, is it Claire? It's like, yes, come on.
Yeah. Like,
I'm dying.
You're like, come on. The killer's gone. Is it clear? Yes, come get me. Come get me. Is the killer over there? No, come get me. I'm not going to tell you to come
get me.
Stop
rephrasing the same question.
I'm not going to tell you to come get me if he's right here. I might do that now because I want him dead. But.
Yeah, that's 100% what I'm gonna do. No, there's nobody here, dumbass.
It's just a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite games right now.
I mean, if I can get the twins to bed early enough, I'll get on it tonight.
We're on
because now I'm super excited.
We're on. We normally get on about say 8 or 9.
Yeah,
depends. Yeah, and then we'll stay on to about 1.
Unless I got
2 if we're feeling froggy.
Unless I got to work in the morning, then
we'll go to 12. They get off at 12. They have to go. They have bedtime, which is understandable. He has to be to work at 6.
Yeah,
Gene doesn't have to be to work till 2 o'clock. We'll have to go to bed at 12.
Yeah, he'll call it at midnight. Say you could sleep in until the later morning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like if you go to sleep now, you can get 14 hours. What's the issue?
I have a sleep schedule.
But it's a lot of fun. You should jump on with us on PlayStation.
I'll get on tonight. I'll just like throw the girls in their room at
go
9
to sleep.
o'clock.
Lock them in there.
Yeah,
you got to get on at 9. Just whenever you know.
Well, it's typically 9 or 9:30 when I put them in anyway. So.
Okay. Just let us know when you're ready.
But sometimes they'll just sit there and scream, and like I cave. What do we got?
But did you hear about how they were in talks to get Michael Keaton to come back as an older version of Batman?
So excited about that. So excited about that. I think that's so dope. When they did the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover with the Flash and Supergirl and they had everybody, and they went to different timelines. One of them was Gotham 89, which was Batman 89, and it was something about the Batman that just captured a Joker or something like that, but it was Michael Keaton's Batman. I think that'll be dope.
It was Kevin Conroy that played the old version, like the broken.
Yes,
version
and
of Bruce Wayne.
in a alternate timeline also, a different timeline.
Which I thought that was awesome, like the very iconic Batman animated voice of Kevin Conroy playing the live action version of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Or the broken version of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Is that after Bane broke his back, or was that further down the line?
I think it may have been further down the line because he was older in age.
Okay, that makes sense. But I'm excited. I think that will be dope when they do the Flashpoint movie, to go back and he's been fighting crime this whole time since 1989, and he's old now, and be an old weathered Batman. Go ahead.
Which that was I liked how they did that, because it shows he is nothing but human, because how broken his body was, because he had all the little gadgets on him to help basically be body braces for him, so he could still walk.
Which why anybody who says Batman can be Superman should be kicked in the dick.
That's why he wore an armored suit too.
Okay.
And had to use
that was laced with kryptonite just so he could weaken him
eventually. Yeah. But if Superman wanted to separate his body, he could separate his body.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the only reason he even stood a chance, is because he had to use kryptonite.
So those of you who say Batman can be Superman, eat a dick.
What about Goku?
I don't know. I'm not that versed on Dragon Ball Z to know what those power levels are.
I feel like we've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before.
9,000 what?
Power level.
What does that? What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, those words don't mean anything. I'm not versed in Dragon Ball.
Well, after it,
is it Super Saiyan 3 or higher?
Well, supposedly Frieza had a power level of 1 million when Frieza hit final form. So that's how much that show changed in 3 seasons. Over 9,000 was and then they fight an alien that has 1 million power level 2 seasons later.
So they just make it more and more ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a fantastic series, but yeah, the power level thing. I mean, they eventually just do away with it. They don't discuss it anymore because it's just ridiculous.
2 billion power level.
Yeah. Which I'm sure they got to in the Cell Saga or the Boo Saga. 7 trillion. Wow. Imagine fighting him in the Frieza days.
Back in my day. Anyway, did y'all hear about Ben Affleck signing back on as Batman?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
I heard.
I like it though.
Yeah, for the HBO Max series, because they're doing the Snyder Cut now on HBO Max.
I want to see that.
I don't know if it's going to be a series or a 6-hour long movie, but
either way.
Either way. Yeah, I'm in either way, but
and Henry Cavill's been being questioned a lot, and he's even said he'd love to be able to step back into the shoes of the character too.
Oh, he said that he never wants to stop playing Superman.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. All for it. Love him.
I'm with that.
But yeah, Ben Affleck signed back on. So it's a lot of exciting DC stuff coming up that I'm happy about.
And
makes Pappy happy.
And apparently their plan B for if they can't get Michael Keaton is rumored to be Christian Bale to step back in.
Trash.
Which I mean, obviously he'd just be a different version of Batman instead of the Michael Keaton version.
I don't think he was a good Batman. I think he had great villains. I don't think he was a good Batman. I didn't like him as Batman. I wasn't excited.
He had one of my favorite versions of Joker.
Yeah, he had one of everybody's favorite versions of Joker. And Bane was a badass too. It was. I liked how they made Bane intelligent and not just a muscled up jock.
It doesn't matter who we are.
He was intelligent, but I wasn't a fan of Christian Bale as Batman. It didn't impress me. I didn't like the suit. I didn't like I liked the tumbler, like the Batmobile. That was cool. Yeah, that voice. Like, what are we doing?
Where's Rachel?
Like, how did your voice not hurt?
What they did to his voice in The Dark Knight is
Well, that was per Christian Bale apparently,
So
because he wanted to
terrible.
separate Batman from Bruce Wayne's. Like he's not
And
just
Ben
using
Affleck
his
did
regular
it. And
voice.
Ben Affleck did it perfectly. You just put a little thing in the suit that changes your voice. Problem solved. You have to sound like you have throat cancer.
Not everybody can do like Clark Kent and just change his hairstyle and take his glasses off and nobody knows who he is.
It's not his
is
fault
this
that
guy?
people are stupid. It's not his fault people are stupid.
I've
It's
seen
not.
memes about that, like how people look different with glasses versus without
Have y'all
glasses.
seen the Jimmy Kimmel skit? Who are you?
Yeah.
How'd you get in here?
guys.
It's
Me.
Nathan. Some dude was sitting here a few seconds ago. You didn't know who he was.
Fear not.
Did y'all see?
Right,
Did y'all ever
right.
see the Jimmy Kimmel skit where they did the Batman v Superman clip? And it's like it's kind of a scene from Batman v Superman where they meet at that party, but Jimmy Kimmel keeps walking by,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh my god, you're Superman, and he's like, oh you're Batman. Like it's just should be that easy to distinguish the two, but
Like, wasn't he doing that like two? Like, was supposed to be Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne?
yeah, they were talking.
Like, literally calling them out. Who
yeah,
they're
yeah. He went on like
Yeah, I
TikTok, or he went on one of the social medias and was like, "I'm here with Superman and Batman," and then Ben Affleck said he was gonna rip his dick off if he didn't shut up. Superman said he'd throw him off the planet.
And
So
with the
it's
old
pretty
dick
funny. Old dick twist.
Oh, that's an MMA fight.
Oh,
Yeah. Old dick twisting ass Jake. Oh my god.
oh my god! Did you hear about how Mixer is shutting down and joining with Facebook Gaming?
I did hear that.
I heard it
Seems
after I read it. When
interesting.
you sent it to me.
Yeah, and how they paid out Shroud and Ninja's contracts. They paid Ninja $30 million for his contract and Shroud $10 million for his. So now both of them are free agents.
Oh, free agents in the esports world. I didn't know about that part.
Which I feel like
Right.
Shroud might go back to Twitch, and Ninja, I feel like, would just go to YouTube. But again, it'd be whoever gives them the most money, most likely.
How did I miss this wave of just playing video games online and getting millions of dollars for it?
Yeah.
Where was I?
I
In
started
the
watching
military.
Still.
I started watching Twitch in 2014.
I was out
The
of
two
the.
first
I got out in
people-
2010.
The first two people I ever watched was like Lyric and Summit. And
I still watch
I
Summit
thought to
every now
myself
and
then, I was like, I should do this. Yeah, I just give it a shot. I could do, but then I couldn't afford like anything.
Yeah.
Well, you
Being
could
broke
do
is
it-
a bitch.
You could do it directly from the console.
Not from the Xbox 360, which is what I was playing in 2014.
You could do it from the PS4 and Xbox One.
Those
Yeah, but
weren't,
then,
those
like-
weren't out in 2014, John.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now, though. If he-
Yeah, but then like,
So-
but now it's so flooded
So
because it is so easy to do.
so in John's reality,
Well, it's not that easy.
you
to
have
do,
to time travel.
I mean, it's easy to just like put yourself
So,
on Twitch.
It's
You
easy
have
to
to time travel in John's reality. So he said, well, if you had it then, so go back to 2014, take your Xbox or PlayStation with you, and then you'll be a big deal now. It's easy, Nathan. What do you...
If I was a PC gamer, then I would have tried streaming at
Well,
that point.
like your cousin Mike needs to know. It's like it's very easy for anybody to click go live, but it's hard as hell to
Yeah.
actually grow and
Well,
grow
but-
a
and
community.
that-
It's
and
not
that's-
that simple just to
Yeah.
grow as a streamer. Or
That's
a
what I'm
content
saying.
creator.
Like, it's so flooded because it's so easy to just go live. You can just be on Twitch. So it's just so many people now. So at this point, I'm just like, eh. And I don't even have time to like play video games as a hobby. So I definitely could not try to turn it into like a job-ish thing.
At this point now, like with the podcasting and the other podcasting and the game, it's like I don't put a lot of stock into it. It's just something I like to do right now. If it blows up, cool. But if not, I just enjoy doing it. So it's not a job. Just something I like to do. So,
And like Mike said, man, you should just whenever you're playing, just go live. And I'm like, I mean, like, yeah, you could do that, and that's another reason why it's so flooded. But
you gotta push a button, and you gotta play,
yeah, and like,
it's a lot.
And there's like, because I don't know, I'll be playing like Last of Us, and then Jen will have a question, so I'm pausing the game, and I will get back to it in half an hour.
Oh, I have the second.
Can't stream that.
I have the second one. Last of Us 2.
I'm playing the second one currently.
I haven't finished one yet.
Well, finish it.
Yeah.
You have to finish one,
or
2 will not have the same effect.
It's just sitting there looking at me like the angry face she has on the cover.
Good. That's
your
motivation.
Yeah, it's sitting like.
I may have to sneeze.
On my. It was one of my Father's Day gifts. One of my Father's Day gifts was Last of Us 2, a sweet new controller, and a Funko Pop.
Oh.
All the things Pappy likies.
I've got maybe like 10 of those now, and I've got 7 more coming.
Funkos.
Yeah,
it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Once you start, I'm almost up to 100.
I've got 5.
Jeez,
I almost have 100.
Put mine to shame, man.
Yeah, I almost have 100. Like it's you because they're cool, but then they're so easy to.
Yeah,
and
collect. Then like when you see one, it's like, it's only $9.
Yeah,
or less.
And you grab it. Next thing you know, you have 1,000 of them, and it's like there are $15,000 worth of merchandise right there.
and like I've gotten into it where I'll look at the price of one and I'll go check what it's worth, like the price guide. You know how we used to do the football cards where you have like the guy. I do that with the pops. And if it's,
do you use the Funko app to figure
out?
No,
I use Pop Pricing Guide is what it's called.
Oh.
And it keeps track of all the ones you have too. Like you can input
that's
how much you paid for it, and then it'll say what it's worth, and it'll rank your pops as like what's most expensive, what's went up, what's went down. Yeah. It tells you all of that. So that's what I have all of mine listed under, and it breaks them up into categories like Marvel and wrestling, football. Like it breaks it up for you. So that's the one I use. But I'll go on the app if I'm at a store and I'll be like, well, how much is it worth? And if I, if I'm winning, then I'll buy it.
Yeah.
So same thing on Amazon. Like I'll buy them for like $5. And like one I bought my Razor Ramon, and they sent me an NWO rate. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me an NWO Razor Ramon, which isn't a thing because he wasn't Razor Ramon in NWO, so it's worth like $30. But I only paid like $7 for it.
Yeah. So
sometimes you score like that. So it's fun. I like that's one of my things I do, collect pops.
That made me think back to one of the previous episodes when you were wearing that T-shirt for the NWO and the camera it reversed it and made it look like OWN, and we started making jokes about it.
The Oprah jokes, yeah.
That's what it made me.
They're still funny.
Yeah. By the way, you could have fixed that in editing, but you chose not to. So.
Well, it is right.
Well, now it is, but when you can flip the camera, but you chose to leave that mistake in and make me look like the fool.
Good job, John.
Well,
at least I didn't forget to turn on the mic.
I was being sincere. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, we roast each other all the time, so.
The one thing about John and Jeremy is they will beat a joke to death.
Oh no! Jeremy is far much worse.
No, he's not.
He is.
You two are the same. They will beat a joke.
You're just John and me.
To death.
You guys do the fusion dance.
Hey, who was it that reminded Eugene about getting us back for him basically letting himself die?
It was Jeremy.
Because he brought it back up and Eugene had completely forgot about it.
And it was Jeremy, the one that killed him.
I was like me.
So here's what happened. Here's what happened. We were playing a match, and we all you hop on the generators, as soon as you can. So we're all on generators, and we're like, has anybody seen the killer? Because we were all different places. We're like, has anybody seen the killer? And they was like, no, nobody's seen him. Like, okay. So it takes you about 3 minutes to get a gen done. 2 or 3 minutes to get it done because the bar moves so slow. So we're sitting there and we're like, okay, this isn't normal. You would hear a heartbeat or a faint heartbeat, or you hear him walking around or something. We weren't hearing anything. I'm like, has anybody seen him? And we were like, nope, nobody's seen him. So we get all 5 generators done, and we're like, no, that was different. That was a different time.
Yeah, that was a different one, but
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. This happened 2 different times. You're right, but same scenario. So we're like, okay. So we get the door. We go to the door, open the door, and we're like, has anybody not seen him? Like, no. And Eugene was like, well, I'm gonna go get a hatch escape, which is like it's what it is.
In the ground.
A hatch on the ground is a hatch. You escape through the hatch.
And he found it was standing on top of it, and the door was literally right around the corner too.
But it won't open until us 3 leave.
Yeah.
Since 4 of us in it, 3 of us have to leave. The hatch will open, and he can jump through it
or die. But yeah,
and it'll open. But the door was open. All we did was walk through it, and the hatch would open. He could have left. So I was like, I'm gonna fuck with him a little bit. I'm not gonna leave. So I walk back over to where he's standing at the hatch, and then I see John walk over to me, and then Jeremy walks over to me. And the bar, it ticks that once you open the door, this bar ticks down, and when it gets all the way down, it'll kill you. Like the entity will kill you. Like you'll die on the board. Like someone will shoot up out of the ground and shoot through your body, and it'll kill you. So we're just standing there, and the thing's ticking down, and we're like, we want to go through the hatch too. Let's go through that. Like just messing with him. I'm just messing with him. I'm gonna leave. Yeah. So we're just all messing around. He's like, y'all leave so I can get out. Leave. And we're like, oh no, we want to go through the hatch too. We want to go through, just being annoying.
And he was like, yeah, I'll stand here. I'll die. Before.
Yeah. He was like, I'm stubborn. I'll die for this. And we were like, well, you're gonna have to because we want to go through the hatch too. And so, joke gets old. Okay. So. John left, and then I left, and the door, like he said, doors was like right around the corner. So John left first, and I left. I don't know where John went. 'Cause I got out before he did, but
I was right behind you.
Okay, so I ran out, and then he runs out, and you can switch cameras to see what the other people are seeing. Jeremy's still standing there,
and it had like that.
Yeah, it had like that much left, and we're like, dude, what are you doing? And we was like, leave, and he was like, oh, and he starts to walk away. And then you see and as soon as he gets out of the door, the thing comes up and kills Gene. And like as soon as and then the hatch opened up. And then you see Michael Myers walk up and you can see him, look at what's going on. And Gene was so pissed at us. He kept blaming us, and we were like, we didn't do it.
We left.
We left with plenty of time for you to get through the hatch. Because it's like half a second to hit the button and jump through. It's like half a second. He had plenty of time. So we left. Jeremy was just standing there and just he left in the right amount of time to get out of the door, and then the thing came up and killed him. Like it was like right then it killed him. And I was like, oh, that's
dirty.
That's not how this joke's supposed to end it. But the second time I was talking about, we were looking for the killer and nobody was finding him.
We did all the gens and everything.
Yeah, we did all the generators.
99 the doors.
99 in the door means you have to hold it and these 3 lights light up. When the third one lights up, you can let it go. So all you have to do is like kind of just tap it and the door open. So that's 99 in the door. So we do that and we're like, let's go find the killer. Like nobody had seen him, we hadn't heard him, we had nothing. Nobody had run into him.
No terror radius.
Yeah, nothing. So we're all running around the map looking for the killer. We're concerned. We're good people.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm concerned. I'm going."
Is he okay?
Yeah, is he okay? So we
find out.
We walk around looking for him, and come to find out he was the Wraith. The Wraith is invisible. Like he can be invisible, but he can't hit you until he comes back into view. You'll hear a dong dong, and then he'll pop up.
And he was standing perfectly still.
Yeah, he was standing still, so you couldn't see him.
Glimmer.
Yeah, so if he's moving around, he has like the predator shimmer. Like that's what he looks like when he's running around. But if he's standing still, you can't see him. So we were looking for him, and all of a sudden we hear him coming to. And this is after we were done. Like all we had to do was leave. It's all we had to do. The only job we had. The game was over. We had won. All 4 of us got. All we had to do was walk through the door. So we're all walking around, and guess who finds the killer first?
Me. I was right next to him.
He finds the killer, and he had this. It's a hex. It's called "No One Escapes Death." Normally you have to get hit twice, but if you have "No One Escapes Death," when the end comes, all you have to do is hit you one time, and you're down. So if he hits you, you're down. Hit somebody else, you're down, and there's no. So he knocks him down, and we're like, oh shit, he has no head. And then he knocks
it's either you
he knocks Gene down,
Yeah, it's like you or somebody else was on the other side of that brick wall where I got knocked. I was like, he's
No,
coming.
that was
to
Jeremy.
whoever.
That was Jeremy.
I was like, he's coming around the wall.
He never reacts when we say, Jeremy, he's coming. He's coming. He's right there. He's coming. Jeremy's like, and you just stand there and you'll see him get killed and you're like, dude, I'm telling you, he's right there. But
unless he's like, the delay on his internet or something.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm probably about 15, 20 meters from Jeremy, and I see the killer walk up to Jeremy, and he's just standing there. He's not running, he's just standing there. So the killer knocks him down, so I take off running to the door. I'm like, okay. Because if I get to the door and trigger the door, John will be able to pop up because he has something called adrenaline. He'll pop up, and he can get everybody else up, and we can get out the door. Nope, he killed us all. He knocked Jeremy down, and immediately he got to me, came back and hit me right before I got to the door, and... Oh no, Gene got away. He crawled to the hatch.
But it's like he sat there and let us do all of it, or he was just AFK and one of the two. But then once he saw us coming back around and all the generators were done and the doors were like 99, when he saw us come back looking around is when he all of a sudden ding ding and then knock.
Yeah.
So he just sat invisible.
Yeah.
The whole match.
The whole match.
And he was like, I bet these idiots are going to come looking for me. And he was
nailed
like,
it. He was like, what are the chances that these dummies will come look for me when they have a free game? Well, apparently it's 100% because we did it. And
I would have done it too. It would have been too boring just to get out like that.
That's what we did. We were like, look, can we go check on him? Can we go fuck with him a little bit? Can we, like, what can we do? And it was like, nope, didn't work out. So since that day, we've had no mercy. We like, if we're out of here, we're out of here. We're not looking for anybody. We're not. If the killer's not here, that's on them. We're out of here, and it's just fun. It's just fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. Just the commentary alone is worth it. He records most of it. I don't know why he hasn't posted it.
I'm still working on it. The next one that I do will have like us in it.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a month's worth.
Yeah.
Of clips.
Yeah. Of just comedy quality content.
So it was just, you guys were just walking around. I'm assuming you all four were relatively close together.
No. We had all split up. We were all just running around seeing if we could find him. Like,
and he's just standing
talking.
invisible. And once John came within,
I guess,
a certain distance, he was just like,
were you standing still
time.
or were you?
I walked right past him. All of a sudden I heard ding ding. I looked behind me and there he was. And he just, bam, he hit me and I was down.
Gotcha, bitch.
And then I think Jeremy was hiding behind the other side of the brick wall. I was like, it's the Wraith.
But
it's like that's why I couldn't find him.
But sometimes we'll get killers in the lobby with us that work with us
killers
to get points because they can do stuff like every time they hit us, they get points. Every time they kick a generator, they get points. So we'll let them hit us, to get points, and they'll let us heal each other, and then they'll let us hit us again, and they'll help us get points. So at first we thought it was that. We thought it was, okay, he's just hitting John. We'll go over and save him. Then Gene walks over and he knocks Gene down, and I'm
That's
saying,
not what he's doing.
It's not it. Run! And then Jeremy just you see his character like just
on the other side of a brick wall.
Yeah,
like whoever's on the other side of that brick wall, he's coming to you.
We'll be like, hey, he's coming to you. If you're on the other side of the brick wall and you're looking like, oh, that's me, run away. Jeremy's like, just stand there.
And he's like, oh, come on.
Oh, come on. This is what he says. Oh, come on.
That's his catchphrase.
They were like, buddy, come on now. And so, something else that happens when the killer, like I said, like if I die, I can still go back into the game and watch you all's cameras. So I can see what you're seeing. Last night, Jeremy was working on a generator. I'd already died. Jeremy was working on a generator, and
that's how a lot of these stories are.
Yeah. I'm normally the first. I'm normally the first one to die. Like I'll sacrifice for the team, like for the brand, and I'll run in and get killed. But whatever, it's fun. But anyway, he's working on the generator, and when the killer's walking up behind you, like this red light comes over top of you. Like it's called a red stain or something like that. But a red light comes over. It's very noticeable. It's very noticeable.
It shows which way the killer is looking.
Yeah, that's how you can tell how he's looking. Because if you can see the killer, you can see him turning. Wherever the red is looking, that's what he can see. But Jeremy's working on a generator, and I see like a faint light, and I'm like, he's behind you. And he's still working, and it gets brighter. I'm like, he's behind you. And it gets brighter, and you hear a heartbeat. So I'm like, Jeremy, he's behind you. And he gets hit, and then it's like, dude, you're not listening. He's like, well, I didn't see him. I'm like, I told you. I'm telling you, he's behind you. You're not listening. What are we doing? And it's is he's hilarious by himself. Jeremy is hilarious by himself. God damn it. Damn it.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I told him he sounded like freaking Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. Come on.
Come on. That's what you'll hear from him, but like with John, you hear "God damn it," but with Jeremy, you hear "Oh come on," and then you see his little guy go injured,
or I'll yell, "Why is it always me?
Why is it always me?"
And then you'll hear like Eugene's like, "I disagree." If he's knocking down,
and then me like for the brand, and then I'll just run in like Leroy. They had never seen that before. I had to show that to him the other day. I've been saying that for weeks, and everybody's giggling, but nobody knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, do y'all even know what I'm talking about? I'm like, no. Like, why are y'all laughing? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. And so I had to show it to him. Time's up. Let's do this.
Yeah, and then
video is so good.
Last night,
I'm calculating 33.3 repeated, of course, chance of success.
All right, time's up. Let's do this.
Those are better numbers than we had last time.
Jenkins. Like
everybody dies. It's like, God damn it, Leroy.
I'm sorry. At least I have chicken.
I told
it's one of the all-time greats.
I told the two of them, was like, let's do that when Dion pops into the party chat. And I was the only one to fucking did it. I was like, Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
I was like, well, thanks. I was the only one that did it.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, yeah, I forgot. I just told you like 2 minutes ago.
Jeremy.
You should know Jeremy's not a listener.
Yeah. And he talks slow, which makes it funnier. He's like, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I love him though. He's the coolest. Yeah. He's the only one of us that got corona
and pulled through.
Yeah. Well, got corona. I mean, you say that as if we all got it and died.
It's the only one that got it and pulled through. This podcast is from the afterlife.
Well, no, I mean like. Because other people have not been so lucky like him, though.
Well, I said of us, like the only one that the only person that I.
So you actually know somebody?
Yeah,
that has.
Remember, did I tell you that I had to go get tested?
Yeah,
it was him. It was him.
One?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
he was the one. Yeah, he was the
so
one.
you
work
with him?
Yeah, he worked with us. Me, him, and Gene worked together.
Watch the last episode or listen to it, and the two of them talk about their experience with getting tested for it.
Yeah. It wasn't bad for me.
Dion had the better of the.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for me.
He like shoved something in Eugene's ass, and he's like, "What is happening?"
No.
This isn't how Dion described it at all. I got a guy at work named Dylan.
It's close. Yeah, D-I-N. The whole name. My whole name is in there, so you're good, buddy. Go ahead. I get it.
As he describes it, like he got nose flags.
That's what he says. But Andy had to pay $40. I went to CVS and got it done for free.
Yeah,
and you have to do it yourself. Like you're in the drive-through and they give you the little baggie with everything in it, and they walk you through how to do it, and you just put the little thing in your nose, and you sneeze. It makes you sneeze. That's all it does. So you do it, and you're like, oh, and you sneeze, and you're like, okay, well, you did it good.
You gotta like sneeze on it.
No. No. It's just like some tickling your nose on the inside, like when you pull a nose hair out. That's what it feels like. You're tickling on the inside, and it makes you sneeze. That's what I did it on both sides, and he was like, yep, that's it. Put it in a little bag and put it in the thing, and that's it. It was free. He paid $40 and had to wait 3 weeks for his results. I got mine like 3 days later.
And had a bad experience.
Yeah, I had the worst experience. Moral of the story. Listen to Dion.
Yeah, CVS. Listen to Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Dylan won't steer you wrong.
But did you also hear about the Dr. Disrespect ban on Twitch?
I did hear about that, but just the fact that it happened. So we still don't know.
Not yet.
Yeah, he apparently he just cut off a stream early or whatever. It's just like an abrupt shut off.
You can see you could see the last part of his stream on YouTube. Somebody had uploaded it.
Yeah,
and he just looked upset because it was like something he looked at or something, and he started talking about Ike, whatever his name was.
Turner.
No, Ike was his last name.
That's the only one I know.
That's the last name.
Yeah.
Or that might have been. But either way, it's like he started talking about him.
I don't know why we're talking about Ike Turner.
Because how controversial that guy is, and he starts talking about him, and later in the stream, he's just like, gets real quiet, starts thanking everybody for watching, and saying how at one point he was like, well, I was going to get off, but now I don't want to, and kept going. And then he started watching like a Roblox stream with kids playing it, and he got real quiet, and he started talking again, and all of a sudden he's just like, fuck, and then it just cuts off, and goes to like the whole thing about supporting his stream and stuff like that, and that was like abruptly just ending.
Did they come to his house and turn him off? That's what it seems like. He's like, they like wrap it up. He's like, I don't want to wrap it up. And they're like, we're gonna unplug it. And they unplug it. Like, fuck, and he just goes. It was a good joke in my head, but it went downhill as soon as I started talking. Like, as soon as I started talking, I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. Yeah, I didn't. That's on me. That's on me. Sorry, that's on me.
Well, like as you were saying it, because like one of the things I heard was that his wife or something had come into the room. So then, as you're saying that story, I'm thinking like maybe that's what happened because I heard something similar. So I didn't even know it was a joke.
He made a comment about like his wife was looking at him or something like that, and this and that. But
so why did he get banned? I don't even know who this dude is, but I started looking him up after
his character, like he created.
I figured it's just a character. It's just some guy like he just rages all the time.
It's like kind of like an '80s type character with a mustache,
the
mullet, and
Vice,
sunglasses,
'80s Vice type.
Yeah. But like he was just like the alpha male, like asshole type, being disrespectful. Basically, that was his whole thing.
Yeah.
Like because he originated from him, like being in like voice chats and stuff when he's playing like Call of Duty and stuff back before he created the full characters. Like that was just how he was. He was just talking crap and being disrespectful, messing with people, and then he just formed the whole character around that as an actual entity of its own, and to give it an image versus just a voice.
Okay, makes sense.
I know a while ago he took like a week or two off because he had like an affair.
And there's been rumors
like
about
him and his
that
wife
stuff too.
were like just working on things, and he took time off Twitch.
But the thing was, like his wife made statements on like Twitter and stuff, like in support of him. So that's why it's so confusing on what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I've heard people speculate like pedophilia and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't know.
Could this all be like a work, like not real? Could it be that?
Well, all of his like VODs and everything have been taken off Twitch. You cannot find him on Twitch anymore. And he was like one of Twitch's biggest streamers, and now he's just gone.
And he was contracted to Twitch not that long ago.
Another thing I heard, which I think that this could actually be the thing, but I was trying to figure out how it would explain his reaction before he like signed off for the last time. But I heard that he had been in talks with other streamers about creating like their own streaming service, or getting with somebody. And for some reason in my head, like Elon Musk is coming up, but it was like so somebody popular wanted to do a streaming service, and he was trying to recruit people to go do it because he wanted to do it, and apparently that was like a violation of his contract.
Which technically
so
it would be.
He got kicked.
So now you can do it.
But his reaction,
but
now like the time is perfect.
But another thing, it saves Twitch from having to pay him millions of dollars for his contract by just permanently banning him from Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, if you violate the terms of the contract, then
the TOS,
they don't owe you anything. But yeah, I don't know. I tried. I saw something about it on Twitter, and then I tried looking stuff up, and I stayed on top of it for a couple of days, and nothing changed. So I just kind of forgot about it.
I saw it everywhere, and I looked into it, and I looked up one of his videos, see how this is just a character. He's just a character. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, I didn't understand it, so I didn't really spend too much time on it. What about that? Didn't somebody die? Didn't one of the Twitch streamers die?
That's actually what I was going to go into. Twitch streamer Rectful dies at 31.
Suicide?
Byron Rectful was his name, like on Twitch. Bernstein or Stein. Well-known Twitch streamer died on Thursday, July 2nd, 2020, according to his ex-girlfriend and other sources on Twitter. Apparently, like one thing that's been being pushed under the rug lately is mental health and depression and stuff like that. Apparently, he'd been battling with depression and basically took his own life. And it was later confirmed by his roommate that it was indeed, he had basically killed himself. He committed suicide.
I've never heard of this guy, but that's never a good
I
good
don't
end
either.
good end for anybody.
But
I don't think anybody should take that route. If you are battling with that and you need help, reach out to somebody.
and
Like I've told a few friends, I'd rather sit on the phone with you for hours than hear about your funeral. I'll listen. I'll give advice. I'll let you vent, whatever. But that's don't take that route. Don't take that route. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. That's my little 2 cents.
and his ex-girlfriend had tweeted saying, "Someone I loved killed themselves. I wish I could have said something to prevent it. Why? And I keep thinking there's something I could have said or done. I wish I reached out more."
Sad.
It is sad, and it's I mean, you don't really know unless the person like does open up about it.
It's true. Yeah.
Because it's typically, and like I mean, what they say is true. Like it's the person
Every day is
it's
a battle.
the person that is making like other people laugh and
Robin Williams
and
was
doing
one
stuff
of them.
like that.
Robin Williams
and
is the
you
biggest
never
example.
suspect.
Yep. You would never know that things were going on with him, but it just goes to show you that you really don't know what someone's going through. Like you really don't. So it's not a joking or a joking matter or a game. If you're going through this, please reach out to somebody you trust. I'll listen. Find me, I'll listen. Just don't go that route. That's we want you here. We want you here. We don't want you to take matters in your own hands and get rid of yourself. And it's not good. Not good.
He had released like 2 tweets, but I can't find them now. Like a couple hours before he had died, which was kind of like giving hints of just how bad he was. And as a video on YouTube of like the last moments of his last stream, and you could see like he just won't all there. He won't good. And it's the stuff he was saying, and then like when he'd get ready to sign off, he's like, "I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day," and like it was never for certain like of what he was gonna do. And then shortly after that, it was announced that he had died.
Sad.
It became a big thing for me when Chester Bennington killed himself. I mean, it was something.
Park?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that, I mean, obviously, like, you've heard about it or whatever, and it wasn't anything that, like, that I ignored. But I started being, like, a lot more willing to, like, have the conversation and discuss it.
And a lot of his
Chester killed himself.
And a lot of his lyrics, too.
Yeah, like, when you go back and listen,
especially the
to
old
like their early music,
and,
yeah, it's a lot of dark stuff, but it's hidden with this, like, with the music itself. The lyrics are kind of the tone seems to be like different than what it actually is because of the music. So unless you really kind of like listen to it, but yeah, pretty much Dion said it all. If you're struggling, then just talk. And like Dion said, I'd rather be on the phone with you all night than to never have the opportunity to be on the phone with you again. So
yeah,
absolutely.
There's always going to be people, that would severely miss you. So
absolutely.
But you got to be willing to open up and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're someone who doesn't battle depression, but you know somebody that is, just check up on them from time to time and just talk to them and see how they're doing.
Yeah.
That could be a simple change in the pace for them to help bring them out of that down mood.
Yep.
Because, like I said, Robin Williams is a prime example of it. He made everybody laugh when he was on sets of movies and stuff like that while filming. And inside, he was basically dying, or what felt like he was dying inside, even though he was making everybody laugh around him and nobody knew it.
It's a lot. Anthony Bourdain was like another big one. Like when you watch his shows on like Travel Channel or whatever, like you just see him so just vibrant and full of life, and just wanted to experience things and try new things, and dude traveled the world eating the most like bizarre stuff, and just like getting to know cultures and getting to know people from all walks of life. And he had like mental health issues that you would never guess it.
And when the streamer Cloaksy found out about it, he actually ended his stream, and Tim the Tatman was literally like talking to his chat and was debating on whether or not he wanted to continue streaming that day or not, or just calling it for the day, because he was actually friends with the guy and he knew him. And like, he says that he's just the type of person, like, even when his mom died when he was like 15 or whatever, it's like he was the type of person, he likes staying in routine of what he does to try to keep his mind off of it and just move forward and try to, that was his way of dealing with those type scenarios.
Yeah, it tends to work out better if you can just kind of keep your mind focused on like productive things, like being productive, and you're not sitting there thinking, dwelling.
Yeah.
You're not stopped. But
that just seems like,
go ahead.
Just the whole mental health and stuff like that is one thing that's just been pushed aside and out of the public's eye after everything else that's been going on lately with the virus and Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. It's that type stuff, which is a very big topic that still needs to be brought up and covered and brought into light too. It's just been pushed aside when stuff like that happens every day too.
Yeah, it's like it's got to be a lot on us to keep these things like at the forefront and not let like what the media is trying to dictate to be like the story. And I mean, just because like I mean, they drown out like the Black Lives Matter stuff by just only reporting on like, you know, riots and burning buildings, and it's like, that's such a small percentage. So you can't go off like what the news is saying. Like, just because the news isn't reporting like stuff like this, like we've got to like stay on top of it and make sure that it's still getting discussed, because they're just gonna go with like what's getting clicks.
Indeed.
So, how do we segue from that?
The Washington Redskins are changing their name.
Yeah. So I love Red Tails.
Me too.
I've posted about that.
Me too.
I
love it.
I think that's, and like I like the fact that
I still hate them, but
yeah. I love the fact that it's not far away from Redskins. It's a beautiful segue. It's not far away from Redskins. You know, you still got Red Tails, Redskins. The artist Pete, I believe it's like Pete M. Rogers, I think is how, what is like his social media handles are, at Pete M. Rogers on like Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, his concept design, it kept the same color scheme, which worked because the Tuskegee Airmen had the nickname Red Tails because of the crimson colored tail, and the Redskins color isn't far off from crimson.
right.
So yeah, it works, and like I love it. But then like I posted something on like a NFL page on Facebook about it, and so many people were like, you know, well, why are we? So you just want to take the focus off Native Americans and just put it on black people? And then I'm like, well, I mean, no, that's not the goal. But like, if you want to say anything about take the attention off Native Americans, it's a derogatory term. Like, it's not good attention. But then I like that because of those things. It's close. You're not changing the name too much. But now it's no longer offensive.
Right.
And it is named after like an important historical event, I guess, for lack of a better term.
And Washington, D.C. is a historical place. Has all the monuments. And my favorite was the Washington Monument. The Washington Monuments. People come to see them, but they never go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And then Mike Coleman did the Washington Sentinels. I can't stop thinking about it, from the Replacements.
Oh my god!
I would love that. That would be. But I've seen so many go. I've seen the Caucasians.
Have you seen the Rednecks?
No.
So it's like the same logo, but it's just some like hillbilly dude with a mullet.
They're still trash. Still a trash team.
I've
Maybe they just need to go away. Maybe that needs to happen. Maybe just,
that's cool too.
yeah, that'll work.
We can just relegate them to college football.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to show you that part of the last episode when Eugene talks about the Cowboys
In a negative
with
way?
Dion. He called them the Cowgirls, and like Dion's reaction is like.
But the thing about
priceless.
it, you don't put any stock in it because he doesn't know football. He doesn't know anything about sports, so you don't put stock into that. You don't.
I can almost tell that by the fact that he went with Cowgirls as the insult.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're going with that one?
Yeah. If that's what you go with to start off, if that's your opening shot, you're dead in the water, my friend.
And what was it? I think he used that phrase on you before about pulling the chute. The ground's coming.
I said
pull
that.
your chute. No, I know. I'm saying
yeah.
you did it to Eugene, but I think you did it to Nathan too before.
Possibly.
Because I've heard you do it on the podcast before to somebody.
Possibly. I'm just saying. The ground's coming. Pull your chute. Pull your chute. The ground's coming. You don't want to hit the ground.
But one last thing is apparently the standard PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of NBA 2K21 will cost $69.99.
I've already bought it. I bought the Mama Forever version for PS4.
A $10 increase over the current gen release. Do you think that $70 could be a regular price for next gen games?
They're 60 now, so
yeah.
And deluxe editions are like 80. So I mean, I don't. I see it. I don't. Yeah. It's not far fetched.
They didn't jump at all from 360 and PS3 to 4 and Xbox One.
Yeah,
like they stayed at $59.99.
But then, just technology-wise, they really didn't have a huge leap forward. Like this next gen's gonna.
But it had to. I mean, it was going to go up eventually. All games go up eventually. So
it was originally like what 50 beforehand in the old generation.
But even like
I
might be wrong on this, but I feel like even PlayStation 1 games were like $49.99.
It's either 30 or 40.
They were out.
Probably, yeah, you're probably right. But,
so then from that first gen of like console gaming, I get at least that part of it, not counting like Sega stuff, but all the way to now, if I'm right on that, we've only seen a $10 increase.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess
2 different times though.
Huh?
In that case, it would have been 2 different times, because then it went up from like 50 to 60 on the. Was it 360 and Xbox One errors and PS3 and PS4 errors were both 60, and I think before that was like 50. I think it's $10 jump every so many generations.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think from PS1, I might be wrong on this, but I thought PS1 games were $50 when they were brand new, and then so that's covering PS1, PS2, PS3. Well, no, PS3 was 60. So PS1, PS2. Okay, all right, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 generations, then price jump.
Which now would have been 2 generations,
and then now we're back for a price jump.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's normal. It's okay.
Unless it's a game that I'm really interested in, I'm not really the type to buy it brand new anyway.
Right.
So it's probably not gonna impact me much. I'll still wait until the game's like a year old,
or it comes out on PlayStation Plus for free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got any would you rathers, or wait till the next episode?
I didn't have any ready.
All right.
So Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, underrated. Underrated cheeseburger.
What's the best cheeseburger
favorite
around here?
Just around here?
Around here.
Are we going
not
fast
ever.
food or
fast food? Not ever.
So just fast food. We
Fast
can't
food
use
here.
local restaurants.
Correct.
All right. Okay, so immediately for me, the 2 that jump are Wendy's burgers and Dairy Queen burgers.
Dairy Queen burgers, really?
Yeah, I love them. The good old flamethrower. Those are the 2 that jump. But I think
actually I'm not mad at that.
Thank you.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That choice.
I like when Pappy's happy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't guess you could consider Tea Room fast food.
Are we counting Tea Room? I wouldn't count Tea Room.
It would, yeah. It's not.
I mean, it's pretty fast.
But it's a local thing.
But yeah,
it's a local thing.
We're going these like chain fast food places.
Yeah. Wendy's does have good burgers.
Man, you can't. If I'm really feeling myself, Baconator. And if I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can handle that, Son of Baconator. Or if I'm like, I really want some chicken nuggies, 4 for $4 with a junior bacon cheeseburger.
Chicken nuggies.
So many options, so versatile. But I think my favorite burgers, fast food, are the double quarter pounder from McDonald's. So
See,
good.
I was gonna keep going.
So good.
Keep going.
So good. Is that one, between that one and Burger King. I love Burger King's burgers. I do.
Same.
I'm not mad at the Dairy Queen choice or the Wendy's choice. I don't like Wendy's fries.
No,
When they changed to
I don't
those,
like most fries.
I like, if I have fresh McDonald's fries, I'm good. If I have fresh Burger King fries, I'm good.
Oh,
But
that makes me sad.
yeah, I've had fresh Wendy's fries, and it wasn't much difference. So I don't really care about them.
I think I'd probably throw Burger King last.
Last?
In terms of fries.
Really?
Now I'm going fries. I have no love for their fries.
Really?
Onion rings though. Oh boy.
No, nah. Can't get on board with,
With that zesty onion ring
I think
sauce.
the worst fries are probably Wendy's.
Now, see, and I'm not a huge.
Well, Hardee's. I would say Harde's.
Yeah,
but
Hardee's isn't good.
Yeah.
I don't like Hardee's in like any aspect,
Yeah.
except when you get the fresh chicken tenders.
Yeah, the,
Love those.
the chicken tendies. But the fries are like melted together. I
Yeah,
don't know how they
fries
do
aren't
that.
good.
Anyway,
They're not good.
go ahead.
So Burger King, you would think, should be at near the top of everybody's list. But the reason it's not for me is because what makes Burger King's burgers is all the toppings, or it's a big part of it.
They
And
are
I
there are
don't
thin
get-
patties. They do have thin
Yeah,
patties.
and I don't get like any. I don't like onions on my burger. I don't like tomatoes on my burger.
Really?
Yep. I don't like pickles on my burger.
I don't like pickles either.
I can sometimes do lettuce, but I honestly just prefer meat, cheese, mayonnaise, ketchup. Maybe
See-
some hot sauce.
So you have a baby mouth.
Okay. That's why I like the Baconator so much. Because like I just
For the
want
baby
to
mouths.
taste the meat.
Just
I
want-
get my veggies in salad.
just
okay?
want meats in the mouth. I don't get veggies in salad, so I have to go with them on burgers. I
Yeah.
think for health reasons. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with that.
There you go.
Well, what's happening? Best nuggets.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. What do you think about that
Yeah,
one?
that's not fair. That
do you think about that
that's by a lot too. It's by a lot. It's not. It's not even close, is it?
No.
It's not even close.
Oh, also, just gonna jump back real quick. Then we go back to the chicken nuggets. I was gonna mention I'm not a huge fan of like McDonald's burgers as a whole, but I do love the quarter pounder.
Yeah.
And then
It's
obviously
juicier now. I don't know what they did to it.
They
but-
also put a seasoning on it because I worked there
Yeah.
when I was like 16
Yeah,
years old.
me too. Yeah.
So they put the special seasoning, but they don't do it on like the little McDouble patties.
Yeah.
So yeah, it adds a nice little kick.
Yeah. One
But
of my
with the
faves.
other ones, like I went Wendy's and Dairy Queen because any of those burgers I love. I don't love any burger from McDonald's.
So top to bottom,
Yeah, top to bottom.
burger selection. I got you.
I'd
I
go
got what you- I get
Wendy's
what
and
you're
then I'd
saying.
have Dairy Queen second.
I got you. I'm not mad at that.
I'll probably put Burger King third.
I'm not mad at that.
The old rodeo burger, I can do that one. Onion rings and barbecue sauce.
Now, this may be low hanging fruit, but best chicken sandwich.
It's the same answer.
Still Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Although
It's what they do, right?
yeah, they have like a niche and they perfected it.
Yeah.
Like I said with Hardee's, when it's a fresh thing of chicken tenders, if you get a fresh
Chicken tendies.
fried
I'm with you.
chicken
I'm with you.
sandwich from Hardee's, it's good.
Have anybody tried the Popeyes one that everybody went crazy over?
No.
I never got it.
My buddy Cody tried it. He sent me, this was like a while ago. He sent me a Snapchat. He was like, the sandwich itself, it looked just banging. And he was like, I had to do it. Got to try it. He was like, I'm not even hungry. Got to do it. And I snapped him back and I was like, let me know. And like a few minutes later, he was like, better than Chick-fil-A.
Really?
I was like, yeah. And I was like, that was my response to him. Really? And he was like, yeah, it's better than Chick-fil-A.
That's a big claim.
Yeah. And from a white guy. You think white people would side with Chick-fil-A? But no, he was Popeyes. So
Popeyes
I
it
do-
is my favorite chicken. Is Popeyes.
and that's, see, on that one I I can't really speak on it. Never had Popeyes.
Really?
Never had it.
Really?
I wanted to, but I've never have. Yeah.
Now I don't
KFC
doubt
can
it.
go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Shots.
It's one in
fired.
it's one in Charlottesville. So as soon as you get into Charlottesville,
Yeah,
if
we
you ever
went-
go,
When we were coming back from New York, me and Jen. We went through Charlottesville and we passed it. It's like Raising Cane's, and then like 2 blocks down is Popeyes.
no, it's right beside it.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
one block.
it's right. It's not even. It's right
One
beside
stone's throw.
it. Yeah,
Paper
exactly.
airplane throw. But yeah, so like I did stop at Raising Cane's once, like years
I
ago.
heard they're good though.
It was okay.
I've heard they're good.
Oh, now my mind is just wandering. You know what's awful? Zaxby's.
Right. I people will die for Zaxby's.
So bad.
But it's not.
I'm
not impressed.
To me, it's not even that it's not good. It's legit bad. I eat a Zaxby's chicken tender, and it's just.
I've tried
awful.
it. I've tried it on different occasions too, because maybe that was a bad batch, or maybe that was a. I've never. I don't get it. I don't get the fascination with Zaxby's.
And because I want to fit in, I'm like, I'll try it again. And like 5th time, this is still shit. I don't understand. I've even tried the sandwich that has like a little kind of like zesty sauce on it, and the sauce is good. The chicken is so bad.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's not a. Yeah,
I'm not a fan. What do you think, John? Eat Zaxby's?
Never tried a Zaxby's. Never had an urge to try Zaxby's.
Do you eat fast food?
Yeah. But I mean, like, the last person I heard that ate Zaxby's got sick from it, so I was like,
Yeah. Well,
and I had never tried there, so I was like, I
okay.
never had an urge to.
Last one.
all right.
Best wings.
Man, from like a chain type place, I don't know. What do we have here besides? Am I
We
forgetting
got
something
B-dubs.
besides B-dubs?
We got East Coast wings.
I've never had East Coast.
Okay, well I don't think you can.
All right, I
Have
know
a
these
dog
aren't.
in
I know
this
these
fight.
are not allowed, but if you guys, you might have had it since you live in the same town I do. But and Dijon is now just outside of it. I said Dijon.
Dijon.
Dijon and Dylan.
I started to say a word, and then I went to go say your name, and it came out like
Dijon
Dijon.
and Dylan.
Oh man, I'm on fire. JT's Grill
Nope.
has
Never had.
just oh gosh, their wings are so good, and then even OIP has some smacking wings.
They used to for me, but then they made them breaded, which I don't like. They made them. It used to be just the naked wings fried in the sauce on the hot sauce, and they started breading them. And I called them one day. I was like, "Do y'all breaded the wings and just poured hot sauce on it?" And they were like, "Well, we don't have the other ones anymore." I was like, "Well, that's the last conversation we're having." So,
I mean, like, how breaded are we talking? Because
I don't
My
like
experience with-
like thick breading. It was pretty thick breading.
well, my
Maybe it was the
experience
one I went to.
with OIP's wings. I have not had any breading on the traditional wings.
That's what I'm saying, because that's what it normally was, and I like those.
Yeah.
like it was the.
But this, I mean, I went. Maybe the last time I got wings from there was like a month or two ago. So it
Oh
wasn't like it
no,
was
this
years
was
ago.
this was before that. This
Yeah,
was
well,
this
maybe,
was back
they
in
might
19
have they might have went back.
after my phone call.
Yeah,
They were
it
like,
was
Dion just
oh,
called
shit,
here,
We just lost business.
and he's not happy. And
Yeah.
if Dion, if naked's good enough for Dion, it's good enough for OIP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell people that's what happened.
I'll believe
But
it.
which one are you talking about? You talking about which OIP are you talking about? Because there's
The
one.
Amelon Shopping Center.
Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
They're
they're not.
changed the world.
They're not. I mean, of course, the boneless ones are breaded, but the
Yeah, no,
traditional bone in, not breaded.
If you do
They are
boneless, get your life
delectable.
together.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
I sometimes will. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't.
It just depends.
I just don't like all the breading.
But I don't consider it wings. It's like I'm really in for some like flavorful chicken nuggets. So let me do some boneless wing.
some bread with some chicken in it.
But I love me some traditional.
But I mean, B-dubs is they. I mean, they have one thing and they
I think
do
like
the one
there's
thing.
so many people have told me that B-dubs is like overrated, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I don't consider myself a wing aficionado, but
What's overrated? A good chicken wing? I mean, it's
I've never had like bad chicken.
yeah.
from
I haven't
B-dubs,
had
so
I haven't had
don't
a
know.
bad one there. Like it's not. I'm not canceling plans to go to B-dubs. Like, oh no, I gotta go get B-dubs. But
Yeah, I'm gonna get B-dubs when I leave here.
yeah, but if I'm there, then I'm all for it. But East Coast wings is good.
I'll have to
It's
try
really
that.
good.
Yeah, you're
really
not
good.
the first person that's told me. I just
Yeah,
have
they're
been
really
lazy on trying it.
They are.
Bra Burgers has rotisserie wings. You can get regular wings, or you can get rotisserie wings. Man, if you get rotisserie wings with a little bit of some dry rub,
Okay.
I had some Thursday.
Now that you said that, dry rub or wet? What do you prefer?
That's kind of like just a day by day thing. I think mostly I prefer like wet sauce, but
I'm team dry rub.
I mean I will not complain if I have like dry rub.
Yeah, I won't complain either if they're wet, but I would rather.
And
I'm all about the dry rub.
So I like a chipotle dry rub, and I like a lemon pepper dry rub.
I've never had that.
The lemon pepper?
Dry rub, yes.
Oh, it's good.
So I think that might be my next adventure. But I do the Cajun dry rub too. Those are my favorite. Those are my go-to. What about you, John? Dry or wet?
John's like, I just eat oatmeal.
Plain oatmeal.
Plain oatmeal. Don't even put a spoonful of sugar on it.
I don't know. I had zoned out.
John just got really like hungry and
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I hadn't eaten yet. Nathan ate on the way here. I didn't.
I didn't eat either. He just daydreaming like, oh wait,
I was like,
just zoned us out. All I heard was John.
Ferrari.
we're not talking about cars.
17 of them. What? What are you doing? What? You haven't been here, have you?
That was funny. Real quick, it was a Friday. I started watching some of the Red versus Blue while we were waiting on a match.
One of the best series.
It's a really good show,
One of the
and
best series.
it's a lot more far-reaching than I thought.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more people know about that than I had expected.
When I was in Iraq in 2008, they sent us the whole series over there. The Rooster Teeth guys, they sent us the whole series over there. Sent the stickers and all kinds of stuff. It was really cool.
I love stickers.
Yeah, it's really cool. Wish I'd have kept some of that stuff, but I had just got it. I had just been introduced to it. I didn't know anything about it, and I started watching. I'm like, this is up Dion's alley right here.
That's good.
All about this.
But thank you all so much for watching. For those of you, I can't speak, who watched the video version of it.
Food.
Yeah,
Those of chicken wings. Oh,
Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
if you're watching the video version on YouTube and you like it, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here and you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tick that bell icon so you'll be notified next time a new episode goes live. And thank you to all the audio listeners out there too. We greatly appreciate it. And if you he just had to do it. And if you're listening to it on audio platforms, we thank you all for checking out and listening. If you like it, make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button, whichever platform you may be on. You can find me at MusicianGamer76 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all those. Dion?
Callow Creed DB on everything.
Infamous wannabe. On everything.
It'll be in the subscription bar.
In the description down below.
Subscription, description, prescription.
Oh, God, he beat me to it. I hate losing.
But thank you all so much. We'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.